Hey friends, I'm so glad you're here. I have so many irons in the fire. I have so many projects going on, so many updates that I need to sit down and get out to you all. Today I'm starting with an update on my thoughts, feelings, what I learned, should you do, was it a mistake, and what did I learn from the 75 Hard Style Challenge. This is going to be a chatty one today, friends, so grab a drink, grab your favorite beverage, a little snack, and settle in. If you're doing some house chores or folding some laundry, you just don't want to think too much, you need some mindless background chatter, this is the video for you. So settle in, get cozy, and I'm gonna chat about what I learned during my 75 Hard Style Challenge. It's been over for quite a while. I've had a little bit of time to reflect on how everything went throughout this challenge, what I learned, really process it, take some time to go back through, look at some of the content that was created, and look at some of my outfits overall, and really gather up and do a little summary of what I learned, and I want to share it with you. If that sounds interesting to you, if you did not follow along with that, I did post an outfit every day on YouTube and TikTok for my 75 Hard Style Challenge. It is a challenge where you do not buy anything for 75 days. You use your closet, what you already own, create outfits with what you already have. It does say you're supposed to use your own creativity. I did rely on Pinterest some, and I did get some inspiration for some of my outfits from there. I spent some time decluttering. I spent some time tidying and cleaning out my closet. That is another one of the items you're supposed to do throughout the 75 days. It was very informative, to say the least. I learned a lot about myself, I learned a lot about my style, and I'm really excited to share that with you today. Welcome to the channel if you're new, welcome back if you're not. My name is Jessica. I love all things style, clothes, fashion, creativity. I'm really working on my consumption this year. I'm working on buying quality over quantity. I am working on consuming less overall and shopping my closet. I ultimately want to buy less this year, so I do have a budget update that will be coming if it has not already uploaded by the time you see this video. It is next on the docket. How I'm earning my budget, how it's going, that update will be coming soon. Let's get into lessons learned from the 75 Hard Style Challenge. It was a great way for me to go through my closet, take inventory, really be grateful and fall back in love with the items that I already own. I've already spent that money. It's already hanging in the closet. It's already here. Let's use what we have. That was probably the number one exciting, best takeaway from this challenge, was focusing on what I already had, being creative, coming up with fun outfits, being very satisfied with the outfits that I created most of the time. There were only a few days that I looked back in the challenge and thought, ugh, that was just not a very good outfit. I don't know why I wore that. There were a couple of those days too, by the way. It will happen. It will get the best of you. You're not going to want to get dressed every single day, but that was the challenge. Get up, get dressed, put a look together every day and document it, and that I did. This 75 Hard Style Challenge was the longest I've ever gone without shopping. 75 days was a very long time for me. I am a major shopaholic. I overconsume. I have a shopping problem. I am working on myself. I am working on the issue, and this was the best solution for me to give myself that motivation that I needed to share it on a platform like this, where I'm going to be held accountable by other people. And I know people aren't going to know whether or not the items that I'm wearing and sharing and creating outfits with, they're not going to know whether they're new or not. It was on my honor. It was my accountability to myself, knowing that I did not buy anything for 75 days. That was huge for me. It helped me realize how much I really do spend scrolling, shopping, wanting to want something, whether I need it or not, and always feeling like that one next thing is going to complete my wardrobe and make the perfect closet. Once I get that one next item, my closet's going to be complete, then I won't need anything else. I have gone through this vicious cycle over and over and over for years. I decided this year it was high time that I take accountability for my overspending. I'm not racking up tons of credit card debt. If I do spend and when I do shop and buy clothes, I pay off my credit card every month. I don't spend money that I don't have, but I also spend a lot of money on clothes that I could be doing other things with that money. I could be investing it. I could be saving for a vacation. I could be saving to have experiences, which I think for me is a major priority moving forward in my life. If you have not looked at my closet tour video, I do have a closet tour that is posted. I will link that video down in the description box. You can see if you check out that video. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend taking a look at that video so you can see what I'm working with here. I have a large closet. I have a ton of variety, which I love. I've thought a million times about decluttering, downsizing, doing a ginormous purge, and just getting rid of all sorts of things just to downsize and have less options available to me. But I love options. I love variety. I enjoy color. I love neutrals. I love all of the things clothes. I love different silhouettes. I love high heels. I love flats. I love sandals. I love boots. There isn't one specific thing or one specific style that I feel I can hone in on and say, this is me. I have a very broad spectrum of silhouettes that I enjoy, colors that I love to wear, styles of clothing that I like. And so I don't want to limit myself, but I do want to be more aware and more conscious of how many things I'm adding when I'm buying things. I just don't need them, or I have duplicates. I also just did a declutter because that was one of the things that you're supposed to do during the 75 hard style challenge. I took a little inventory and I did get rid of some items. There were many things that no longer fit. I have fluctuated in my weight a little bit the last few years, and so that's been a little tough too. When your weight's fluctuating, it can be really hard to hone in and make a definitive set of clothing items that you can default to day after day when your weight is consistently fluctuating anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds here and there, give or take, depending on what is happening in your life. And that has sort of been what's been happening to me. I've been up, I've been down, I've been in the middle. It can be difficult to curate a wardrobe. But during the 75 hard style challenge, I did get rid of things that didn't fit. Even if I loved them, even if I really spent more than what I normally would, which I don't typically spend a ton on each clothing item. I'm a very frugal shopper. I get things on sale or clearance, and I don't spend a ton of money on really pricey items. I have been better about that as well. With adding quality over quantity, it has forced me to spend a little bit more money, but I know in return the item that I'm getting is going to last for years and years. I would like to add things to my wardrobe that are going to last. They're not going to fall apart or feel funky or shrink or look weird after I've washed them once or twice. I don't want to do that anymore. I was reacquainted with my closet. I was refamiliarizing myself with many items that I bought, have had those in my closet for a really long time, and I sort of forgot why I loved them. And going through and pulling things out, there were not very many things that I repeated. There were a couple of pieces that I did repeat and rewear throughout the 75 days. That just goes to show you again how many options and how much clothing that I do have and that I have to work with. It was fun to refamiliarize myself. I didn't realize how much I love stripes. I wore stripes so many days throughout that challenge. I did not think that stripes would be one of my go-to prints or items that I would have in my closet, and believe it or not, they were. As I looked back through the outfits, there were a lot of stripes. I have to say, I love me a good stripe. I would not have said that going into this challenge. The next thing that I learned that I felt was really important for me, I found my outfit formulas. I've been experimenting with my style for a long time, and I found some tried and true outfit formulas throughout the 75 Hard Style Challenge that I know I absolutely love. They feel good. They feel like me when I put them on. I wanted to repeat them over and over. A wide leg pant with a bodysuit, that was one of my go-to formulas. A skirt, a maxi skirt or a midi skirt with some kind of either bodysuit, tank, t-shirt with sneakers. I really liked that look too. I found some formulas that I know I can repeat, keep those in my back pocket moving forward, and when I'm struggling and I have days that I don't know what to wear, I'm easily going to be able to remember those 2 or 3 outfit formulas that I loved. I realized I love jumpsuits. I can put on a jumpsuit, put a couple of accessories with it. It's really easy, one and done, low effort. There were many days throughout this challenge I did not want to get dressed. That was another thing that I felt was really good about it and bad about it. Some days you just don't want to get dressed. Some days you want to hang out in your robe. You don't want to put a bra on. You don't want to comb your hair or wash your face, whatever the case may be. I had those days during this challenge, and I knew that I was not going to allow myself to jump on camera and post an outfit post that day and say, well, folks, here I am in my waffles and strawberries robe, because I just don't have the juice to get ready today. It forced me to get dressed every day. I had my grandbabies here for some of the days. It may have been a sweatsuit. Every outfit was not a banger. That is definitely another thing that I learned. Some days I got out of bed, I threw on a matching sweatsuit, get me through the demands that I had that day, whether it be cleaning, taking care of kids, running kids, shuffling, being an Uber, all of those things that moms and grandmothers do. I also realized I only need 1 or 2 matching sweatsuit sets because I have so many. Every time I reached for that formula, sweatshirt and sweatpants, I grabbed the same 1 or 2. I have probably half a dozen at least. That's made me realize I have a major problem with when I buy an item, I always want to buy at least 2 or more. I want to get it in every color. That is one of the biggest mistakes that I have made when I have been shopping and adding things to my closet. I don't need duplicates. I need to pick the one item that I love the very most, that suits me the very best, that is my very favorite of all of the other colors, and that is the one I need to go with because that is the one I am going to pick over and over and over to rewear. When I want to wear this type of item, I always go for option A over option B. I don't know if you do that. Are you one of those that when you find a t-shirt or a pair of jeans or something that you really love, that flatters you, that feels really good when you get dressed, do you buy multiples? I can't be the only one. The other thing I learned about during this challenge is colors that I really enjoy wearing, and I would not have pegged those findings either. I love blue and green. I did not realize how much I love blue and green together. There were multiple days that I wore some iteration of a blue and green color combo, and I loved it, and I felt great every day that I did that. I love black and white. There were quite a few days that I defaulted to a black and white outfit as well, which that really doesn't shock me as much. Anytime I put something black and white on, I just feel like I'm ready to conquer the day. I love purple. Now, purple is my favorite color, so I did wear quite a bit of purple as well. I love color in general. I am a huge color lover. You can probably see from behind me, I have every color of the rainbow in my closet. The other thing that was interesting to me that I learned, I have an entire rail of pencil skirts. And I did not reach for a pencil skirt one time during the entire challenge. Now, granted, it was during colder months, so I'm not as apt to reach for a pencil skirt when it's really cold as opposed to in the summer when I can just pair it with a really cute heel or an open toe short kitten heel sandal or something like that. I don't love a pencil skirt. I have added so many pencil skirts to my closet because they're a must-have, or they are a business casual staple. And I've watched so much content about, well, if you have a business casual job and you need to dress for a business environment, you need a pencil skirt. I don't need a pencil skirt. In fact, I'm thinking about decluttering 3/4 of them because they are not getting worn, and that's kind of a bummer. I don't like the way that they fit me. They cut me off in an odd place, and I'm already short. I'm only 5'3", so I don't want to wear a garment that's going to cut me off and make me look even shorter and even more chopped up. I will not be adding any more pencil skirts to my closet. That is going to be on my do not buy list, or items not to buy, which I think we should all have one of those, as well as having a wish list. As I took inventory throughout my closet, I do not need anything else that's floral. I don't need another floral garment of any type, style, shape, or form. I don't love it. I like a ditzy floral, but I don't love super big printed floral patterns that I have found in my closet. Another item that I learned throughout this process that I've shared before, but this really drove it home during this project. It's so important to take a few minutes to plan your outfit, even if it's 3 to 4 minutes the night before. The nights that I planned my outfit and had at least a vague idea of what I wanted to wear, and then I could finish with the accessories at the moment when I was down here putting my outfits together and getting dressed, it made all the difference in the world as to how I felt that day. If I didn't plan my outfit and I wasn't sure what I wanted to wear, I would come down here and I would kind of throw something together. And guess what, friends? Those were always the days that I didn't quite feel like myself. I didn't feel like I had made an effort. I felt a little off, and I didn't feel the best about how I looked that day. And those were always the outfits that I ended up not caring for, not liking, and at the end of the project going, yep, girl, you didn't take any time to plan that day, and the way that you felt and looked about that outfit, it shows. For me, the more relaxed, not amazing outfits tended to come on the weekend when you're home, you're doing chores, you've still got to scrub those toilets, wash the dishes, make dinner, do all of those things, do the laundry, sweep and mop the floors. If you're like me, I don't want to be dressed up to the nines doing all of those things. I want to be comfortable, I want to be in something I can move in, and I also want to be in something that if I splash a little bit of cleaner or get a little grease or dirt or something on it, it's not going to completely devastate me that I've ruined one of my favorite items. I had to do those chores. I tried to dress in a way that my outfit would reflect that. You go back and look at my outfits, you'll be able to tell which days were those days for sure, without a doubt. And the other days, I was getting dressed up, going to the office, and that's my normal business casual day that takes me from Monday through Friday. The next thing I learned, I didn't think I really loved jeans. And I didn't think I was a jeans person. And of those 75 days, 19 of those days I wore jeans, which did surprise me. Recently, our dress code at my office has changed, and we can wear jeans during the week. It used to be only on Friday. I was able to wear and style some of my jeans a lot more than what I thought I would, and it helped me realize that I do like jeans. I like jeans more than I thought. It also helped me to know the jean silhouettes that I prefer. I know skinny jeans are really not the thing right now. I didn't really wear any of my skinny jeans. I prefer either a straight leg, a flare, or a wide leg. And those were the jeans that I opted for throughout this challenge. It was really fun. If you're thinking about doing it, here's my advice. Be committed. If you're gonna do it, commit, do it every day, do it to the best of your ability, do all of the things that you're supposed to do. Clean out your closet, organize, use what you already have. Do not buy anything new. Be creative. Don't rely on all of the other outlets to get inspiration. The funnest outfits and some of my favorite outfits that I came up with during that challenge were outfits when I just came down here to play and I was down in my closet playing dress up, experimenting, mixing this with that, trying this jacket over this, trying this top with these pants, just mixing and matching. Maybe I'll add a pair of sunglasses. Let's switch out and try this shoe. Those were always the outfits that I ended up having the most fun and that I felt were the most me. Spending a few minutes and just playing around with my clothes and trying to wear things in a way that I never have before. It really helped me also with creating fun content during that period. I think that this is the time frame when I started doing my Pinterest inspiration. I would look at a Pinterest pin and I would take my own spin on it and create an outfit with items that I already had in my closet, the outfit would end up resembling, or the Pinterest look just gave me inspiration to put something together in my closet that I never would have. And then I also started doing the recreating Pinterest outfits during this challenge, where I thought, I don't want to get bored with my clothes. I have to find something. I needed another outlet. I needed something to do that would keep me from shopping and wanting to buy things. I was gobsmacked at how many outfits I was able to recreate, almost identical or very, very similar to what the Pinterest image showed, with items that I already had. I did not have to buy a thing. That was a huge eye-opener for me about how versatile my closet really is. There really are no gaps. I have plenty. I did not need to add anything additional, and I could still keep on going on and on and on with creating those Pinterest outfits and things up. My advice for you, if you're thinking about doing the 75 Hard Style Challenge, do it. It is very eye-opening. You will learn something from it. Like me, you may learn several things. I learned so much about my style. I learned about my preferences. I reacquainted myself with all of the wonderful, amazing, fun pieces that I already had in my closet that I just kind of forget about. Would move on to the next new thing and forget about all the amazing pieces of clothing that I already owned. If you're thinking about doing it, I highly recommend it. This was such a fun way for me to explore my closet, give me a distraction to keep me from shopping. It really helped. It really hit the mark. I've never had an experiment help me and really keep me dialed in and focused on not shopping the way that the 75 Hard Style Challenge did. It really kept me focused on other things, focused on what I already had. It's really made me realize I think I'm going to do another no-buy. I think another no-buy is in my future, and it's going to be starting really soon because it has also helped me from going from 75 days without shopping to then opening the shopping gate and being able to purchase some items. It's really hard for me to close that gate once it's been opened, and I've learned that recently. The 75 Hard Style Challenge helped me realize that. It helped me see I can do hard things. We can do hard things. We can do things that we don't think that we can. And if we set our minds to it, we can do it. So I urge you to do it if you're questioning your style, not sure, hem-hawing around about it. I've watched several other ladies start the 75 Hard Style Challenge after watching my videos. It inspires people. It helps you get creative. It helps you use what you already have. And if that's something that you're thinking you need to do, I highly recommend it. It's been so fun to watch some of those ladies that were cheering me on and supporting me. Everyone was so kind with their comments. I cannot believe the little fun community that I built here on YouTube and on TikTok through doing that challenge. I had so much fun, had so much interaction with so many lovely, amazing people. That could maybe help you too. It could get you in contact and connected and linked up with some like-minded people that have the same goals and the same things in mind that you do. End of the story. There were hard days. There were days that I did not want to do it, but I think that's with any challenge. That's with any goal that we set. We're going to have days where we don't want to or we don't feel like it, but you can do it. I think you'll be really glad if you do. You're going to learn some fun, interesting things about yourself, your shopping habits, your closet, your style. It's a win-win. It really is. Until I see you again, remember, don't forget to be kind, friends. It's free. Bye for now.